She was beloved around the world, Princess Diana, from her wedding watched by 750 million people worldwide, to her bold humanitarian work, determined to change hearts and minds.
The mine is a stealthy killer. Long after conflict is ended, its innocent victims die or are maimed.
An international style icon whose every move was photographed. Nearly 28 years after her tragic death that stunned the world, the intrigue around Diana intense as ever.
There is not a year that goes by where there isn't another documentary, where there isn't The Crown, where there isn't another film going on.
Watch him suffer this madness.
The Crown vividly portraying the royal drama of Charles and Diana.
Why on earth did you marry into this family if that's the way you felt?
I didn't marry a family, I married a man. I married you because I loved you.
On social media, the royal, an influencer of sorts with Instagram accounts like this one, indexing her looks.
Young women especially can get so obsessed with her, they can fall down a rabbit hole on TikTok.
Stars of today taking a page out of Diana's fashion book. Vogue France posting this behind-the-scenes video of Hailey Bieber channeling Diana's style for a 2019 shoot. Even Kim Kardashian spotted wearing Diana's amethyst crucifix necklace at an event last year.
I think it's to be expected when you're dealing with an icon such as Diana. Celebrities will keep coming back to it.
Diana lovers are still clamoring for a piece of the people's princess. What is it to you that draws you to her?
She had this gift, and it was the touch of her hand. She made gestures towards people in public. She just had that ability to make people feel connected to her.
I'm really nervous, obviously, very nervous.
Renee Plant is on her way to an auction full of Princess Diana's personal items.
Here's that lucky number.
Her eye is set on one of Diana's iconic looks, a dress known as the caring dress, but acquiring it could cost hundreds of thousands. Renee isn't just any collector. She's a super collector, owning one of the largest private collections of Diana's items in the world.
It's just one of those things. And I know I'm destined to do it. This is my life's purpose. I finally figured out at 54, this is my life's purpose.
Renee first met Diana when she was 12 years old. The young Princess of Wales was visiting Australia with her husband, then Prince Charles, and baby Prince William.
She stood in front of me, I looked up, and I was just mesmerized. I couldn't speak. For the first time in my life, I was speechless. She shook my hand, and it was just this moment. She had these eyes that were just so deep and meaningful. Like she just touched your soul immediately.
That one encounter had a profound effect on Renee's life. She moved to Los Angeles, got married, had a family, and runs a preschool. But she never forgot Diana. Then in 2015, she bought her first piece of Diana's clothing.
It was a burgundy coat, but the reason I was really gravitated towards that was because she's carrying Prince William on her hip, and he's going to become the future King of England.
She ended up spending $125,000 on the dress.
My husband and I took a loan out against our house. He's a very nice husband. Yeah, we're in this together.
Now she owns nearly 2,700 of Diana's personal belongings.
And I just felt an immediate passion to preserve as many things as I could. This was a gift from Karl Lagerfeld. I mean, every girl's dream. You can actually see how the oil, that's Diana's thumb.
Wow. Renee stores the carefully curated collection in a climate-controlled storage facility and displays them online at the Princess Diana Museum. For some people, when they think of, oh, there's clothing at a museum, it's just clothes.
Yeah.
What would you explain to them?
They're historical artifacts, first of all. I get very picky about, when people say, I collect memorabilia. It's not memorabilia at all. Each piece has got such a historic value to it that it's that part of it's really significant, and that's part of the collecting and becoming a museum.
Renee is the owner of some of Diana's most revered looks. From her teenage years, Diana Spencer.
Yeah, Diana Spencer's
wow.
In hand sewn.
To her glamorous gowns.
This one is her 36th birthday dress.
To the famous black sheep sweater.
It's literally so iconic.
When you see this piece, what is it, the symbolism that it represents?
She was a rebel. She was a rebel, but she was a respectful rebel. Yeah.
Today, Renee is on a mission for more. The auction hosted by Julienne's is called Princess Diana's Style and a Royal Collection.
This is the largest Princess Diana auction ever.
Martin Nolan is the executive director and co-founder of Julian's Auctions.
We only knew Diana for 16 years. She got married in July of 1981. We lost her tragically in August of 1997. And you think of all the great that she did. So this is what this auction is. It's a celebration of all the goodness of Diana.
It was Diana herself who first decided to auction off her clothes. In 1997, 2 months before she died, she sold 79 of her dresses at Christie's.
I'm so proud, and I look forward to the sale.
Raising $3 million for the charities she supported.
It was actually Prince William's idea. I think she'd been complaining that she didn't know what to do with so many of her dresses. They sort of cooked up the idea that it would be a great idea to give money to charity.
Among the dresses she sold, the midnight blue gown she wore when she danced with John Travolta at the White House in 1985.
I mean, she's an asset class. She's a blue chip in the world of collectability.
In 2008, even a slice of her wedding cake sold for nearly $3,000.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
While previewing the auction, Renee becoming emotional when she sees the Caring dress in person.
It brings tears to my eyes. I'm going to cry, to be honest.
That's what I thought.
It's just such a special piece, and it just represents exactly who Diana was. It's like a caring, giving, loving kind of humanitarian person that she was. It just represents everything that she is.
The floral dress, designed by Belleville Sassoon, was one that Diana wore on many occasions, including this visit in 1991 to a home for abandoned children, many of whom were HIV positive in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
That dress is so symbolic to who she was as a person. She would wear that around children, you know, because it was bright and colourful.
On display before the sale, this ski suit, instantly recognizable.
The ski suit is incredibly important. She wore this in Liechtenstein in 1985, the magenta ski suit, and truly incredible. She wore it with a beautiful braided headband.
Also for sale, some of Diana's handbags.
She went to visit Japan in the mid-1980s, and you see great photos of Diana with that again in a beautiful pink suit.
Her shoes, including these two-tone Chanel pumps.
The shoes would have been custom made.
And this signature pink hat.
Diana loved this hat, and she wore it quite a few times. It connects us to the story, preserves the legacy.
Olivia and I are sitting at the front, and we're about to start bidding. We're very nervous.
At the auction, bidding for the Caring dress starting at $50,000.
Get in there as a bid at $400,000 in the room. Martin, it is against you on the phones. As
the suspense builds, Renee is the highest bidder at $400,000. The collector dropping to the floor in excitement. One more piece of Princess Diana's history for Renee to preserve and share.